Here we go. Okay. Live in living color. Welcome to tonight's team call. We are pretty much 90 days till 2021. Is anybody else like really floored by that? That like creeps me out big time. Like this year came and blew through like a tornado or like a fire. Those are really bad things, but those were things that happened this year. So this is my plan for 2020. The final 90 is to plan, execute, and celebrate. I feel like right now, actually, I felt like this for probably the last 3 months, but my goal is to put as many fun things on the calendar as possible because I feel like having something to look forward to just makes life a little bit better. Am I right? It just has good things. So when we have a trip to Utah in the beginning of the year, that's exciting to look forward to. So plan, execute, and celebrate. And we want to help you guys plan that tonight. So planning is bringing the future into present so that you can do something about it now. I always love that quote. I like really love planning. Planning is I don't know if you guys knew that, but I really enjoy plan. It makes me feel really good. Sometimes I just write plans just to make me feel good inside. Okay, these are, Andy, you want to take a recognition?
Yes, so we know that September's been a little bit of a rough month, but we don't want anybody to be discouraged by that because there's still a lot you can do in these last couple of days. If you didn't catch what I shared today in the team page, check it out. It was from Janelle Summers, who is phenomenal. I think she's like a 5-time superstar. So like, I think she's the highest anybody has ever been. All of that to say, she knows her stuff and she leads with the basics all of the time. And she's built this massive business. So anytime I get my hands on anything that she's created, I know it's going to be helpful. She gets straight to the point. So take a look at that in the team page. But shout outs for today, as we are about to wrap up this month. We have a couple people in Success Club 10, Kim, Success Club 5 and above, CC, Lauren, Anna, good job, Joelle, Ashley Hill, Shayna, and April. Congratulations for hitting Success Club already in the month. And then there's a lot of people who are right on the cusp. So if you have 2 or 4 or even no points, just know. Sometimes I feel like all you need to remember is it's 3 people. It's 3 people. When you put the numbers to it, it seems more overwhelming. I don't know about you, but that's how I feel when we get to this point in the month and I haven't reached my goal. So bring it back to the basics. You know what to do. Use those stories. Get in that follow-up list and go take one thing from what I posted today and implement it tonight. Take action on it tonight and you will get there. I'm very proud of you girls for stepping up this month. Like I said, I know it's been a little bit more of a challenging month, but we are here to rise up together. So on that note, I'll throw it on back over to you.
Okay, so are you guys, anybody Hamilton fans? Anybody? I'm sort of obsessed with that song Rise Up, and so that's what I should play it, but I don't even know where to begin. That is what we are doing. We are rising up. So this group is kicking off, actually we're really kicking off tomorrow night at 4:30 p.m. We have a kickoff call, and then starting Thursday the 1st, we have a 14-day I don't even know what you want to call it, not necessarily a push group, but it's just a 14 days of the best, all of our best trips, ticks, trades, challenges, all the things. We're going to bring everything to you, and our hope is just to get you to where you want to be so that you can finish the year without the year finishing you. Let that be your fuel. Do not let this year take anything more from you than it already has. And so if you are not in the group, I think invites have all gone out. I think at this point, just make sure your coach knows that you want to be in there. At this point, anyone is welcome. What is not welcome is a person in there not doing the things, because we don't need people to just sit and watch. We want people to come and do, and we will have lots of doing things for you. So make sure that you come if you really want to be there. And if you are, and you have a coach, then you can absolutely get them in there as well. Fair enough. Okay, social media tip Tuesday. Find your daily. So I know this is kind of silly, and actually I feel like Tara talked a little bit about this when she was talking about her branding training. And I was thinking a little bit about this when if you watch Jesse's stories, or, where you have something that you do every day. The reels are so easy to make this your thing. Maybe it's like, when you do your tidy up every day, you make it fun. You're like the mom that does like fun slides through the house where there's so much creativity once you begin to really utilize reel. And it really is very easy once you practice with it a couple times. So make something that's you. Make something that people are going to go, oh, I got to go check out what her, how's she cleaning her house today? Or how is she, I don't know, whatever your thing is. I like to think that I have, I really like my 2:30. It's supposed to be 2:30. It always ends up being like 3:30, but my 2:30, like pre-energize and bevy, it's like how I rally the day, and I like to make those fun. So it's kind of like Triller all over again. It's like my morning get up, but find something that you can do. And I share this. So this past week, I started something called the Fierce and Four, and you can check out my social media, but basically I'm sharing 4 moves from the work that I do. So there's not necessarily extra work done. I actually make it how I share my workout. It goes on my feed. I make a really nice cover, and it's really clean. And that's going to be my thing. And I've made a highlight for it. So if anybody ever wants to come and find how to work your biceps, how to work your abs, how to work your triceps, your total body, whatever muscle you want to work, over time, I will have this library of workouts for them to pull from. But that's a really easy thing to come up with for yourself, based on whatever it is that you're trying to make your thing. And definitely get it in a highlight. Make it something that people want to come back and see more of. Does anybody have any questions about reels, or what, suggestions or any of that?
I need to go back and try to figure it out again. I spent so much time trying to figure out how to get the music to work to it. Like the music part wasn't working on my end, but I just need to play with it more, I guess.
Loading, or
Huh?
the music just wasn't working?
Yeah, like I could get the music to work, and then when I put the slides in and like previewed it, the music was like not on. It was so weird.
So are you adding files, or are you just filming right in there?
I'm adding the file. Like I would record something, and then I went to go like put it in a reel and put music to it.
So just my suggestion, but it's very easy to do film within the reel rather than uploading anything. You will find that, because like when I go to, for example, you have, I wish I could show you my screen, but here you have, if you go to your reels, so everybody pull up your reel. Okay. Go into actually making one.
Okay. So how do I do that?
Okay, so if you go to add a story, and you go to swipe.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, and then down at the bottom, you see live, you see story.
Oh yeah,
reels.
Okay.
Okay, so now you're in reels. And at the very top, you can pick 15 or 30 seconds.
Okay.
So like 30 would be a better like workout, obviously. You're gonna have a little more time.
Okay.
Then pick your music. So there's your music.
Okay, so because I don't have music on Instagram, it says that Instagram music is not available for some accounts.
It does?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you don't get music feature?
Didn't you not get music feature for a while, and then you got it randomly?
Well, that was just with stories, but that was like a couple years ago. Yeah, I did.
Music come and go for mine, and the 2 times that it left, I just did the report an issue, and I said I have no music, I want it back, and a few days later it came back.
Okay, because I've never had it on my stories, and then right here, you know how you see the 30 seconds and all the things are lit up like white? The music one is like grayed out.
Grayed out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would do the help desk, and every day until it's fixed. Like I still do that because I have no archive. even though my settings on my stories is to save and archive, there's zero archive of any of my stories. And it drives me bonkers because I love pulling stories from years ago. It's like the fastest thing to do. And I don't have that access anymore.
And then the help desk is just where?
If you just go to your profile and you go to the 3 lines,
Yeah,
go to settings,
got it.
go to help, report a problem.
Where-
I would say something isn't working, and I would say archive feature.
So I would just say like music not working on stories.
Yep, please help. And I do that every day until they fix it. Every day. Can't imagine something bad will happen. I'm just gonna check to make sure there's nobody waiting. Okay, good.
I had a question. Does anybody else hate the update on Triller? Because I was like really about the Triller and it was just like a routine I had and it is awful.
It's
I
not
can't get anything to work.
well, and that's why I moved to Reels, because Instagram is going to give you more in your algorithm for your Reel than they are giving you your Triller. So I figured, well, they did this weird update. I'm just going to go ahead and skip it anyway.
Right. The only thing about that is there a special way to get that to share to Facebook? Because that's where I have a lot more following and I get a lot more people from my stories on Facebook, but you can't get the music.
You could upload it to, yeah, you know what I did yesterday, because I wanted my Reel to go onto my Facebook. I uploaded it into Video Shop, added the song, which is annoying and another extra step. But yes, no, I agree. I feel like you kind of have to decide.
Well, I tried to play with it and like I just saved the reel without the audio and then I put it in Facebook and tried to match it up and then it just looks laggy and I was like, meh.
Oh, yes.
I wondered if anybody had any tips, but I was all about the Triller was just the way that I could do my workout the easiest.
I know.
Because I just like 30-second clips and then shuffled it and didn't care and now I hate it. So anyway, just wondered if everybody else.
What if you upload your Reel into Triller?
Well,
And
that's why I was having issues. Like today, I did a bunch of those clips. I just ended up making it a long story, but I downloaded the clips just like I would have before in Triller, and it's like half the screen is green.
I know.
It was weird, and I was like done with it. I was like, I'm spending more time on this than I need to, so I just ditched
My
it.
Triller's been annoying too, where the first one you can hear the music, but when you go to film the rest of the clips, you can't hear it. So then you're like trying to like dance or sing or whatever, and you don't know what part of the song it's at.
Okay.
Do we?
Did you want me to keep walking you through a Reel or no?
I think it's probably an error in on my phone not having music.
Okay, so your issue is just music.
Yeah.
Now, when you add it to your stories, you could add music.
But I don't have music.
You don't have music even on your stories?
Stories.
Oh,
This is why it's so frustrating, because I was trying to upload the thing I did today in my stories or yesterday, and I wanted music to play to it because it just seems kind of boring when you're like doing the whole thing I did yesterday about the October group when it's no music. So I had a screen record with music playing on Pandora, and then it worked. But I like cropped it and put it in, and it just took
too much work.
Yeah, way too much.
Yeah.
Just send me a message because that worked for me. Like I said, for whatever reason, it did twice.
I sent one. I'll send it. I just didn't know how to send it, but there we go.
Sarah, can you add your videos to like InShot or something and add music over there?
I have all the apps like Video Shop and all that, but they are so confusing to me. I just
Right.
I'm doing like I'm not. I need help. More help than that.
Okay.
More help. Okay. Well, once you can get the music thing, you can you could film it all right there, and it is really easy. It's very fast. I would say that it's faster than anything. I feel like I've saved so much time now doing all of my things in Reels. And you don't always have to share it to your grid, so it's not like you have to have it in there, right? You could do Reels all day long, and away you go. Okay, Back to sharing. Any other? So think about it. So next week, I want you to come back with your daily. What is your daily that isn't about Beachbody? That's the key. Because if your daily is always about fitness, people we want them to learn you. So how can you, what can you do to figure out how to add that to your life? Make more of that. Cool? Okay, your 90-day plan. Okay, so here's what, we did some math today and we did some investigation and we cannot seem to get an actual date on Control Freak, which is really frustrating for us control freaks. However, we've heard through the grapevine, Megan is in that test group. She says that they're saying somewhere around the end of November. So here's what we think. If we can say November 30th, if you have any program you are working on wrapped up by November 30th, then you should be in good shape to launch successfully with Control Freak. So for those of you who are doing 30-day breakaway, Andy and I decided we're going to start our group on October 12th. We're going to do a prep week free group, a free mindset makeover group in our sneak peek for 30-day breakaway next week. So starting on October 5th, and then we will launch and be ready to rock and roll on October 12th. And then as customers join, if people want to start a week later, that would be fine, not like the end of the world. So that's kind of the plan as of right now. But that puts us to November 13th, right? Yeah, or November 10th. November 10th, we would be done with that. So then that would leave us like 3 weeks. So, Andy, if you want to talk about 30-day breakaway, and then I'll talk about if you're not planning on going that route.
So we had this whole discussion this morning because I know that logistically 30-day breakaway might be difficult. Let me turn off this baby monitor because apparently they are playing. Oops, sorry. In Delaney's room. Sorry. So here's my 2 cents. I'll shoot it to you straight like I always do. I know that logistically this program is going to be more of a challenge. It's out of all of our comfort zones to have to figure out how we're going to run. Most of us don't have treadmills, and then you throw in kids that you can't just leave home alone. It's going to be challenging. So I want you to really ask yourself, is there a way to do this? Because hear me out. If you can figure it out, without just looking at it at face value and going, you know what, that's going to be difficult. I don't want to do it. We have 1,000 other programs. Can you legitimately try to figure it out in your day? Somehow, some way. What does that look like? Because I've seen time and time again when coaches don't get behind a launch, one of two, sometimes both things happen. They feel behind in some way, even though there really is no behind and we have so much to offer. Or 2, they kind of lose a little bit of, your excitement and momentum, because if you are paying attention or following anybody else who's doing the launch, you're kind of feeling like, oh, maybe I should have done that. And that excitement and that energy kind of plays through in other things. Not always, of course, that's like worst case. But the reason I'm bringing this up is because I've had all of my own doubts and fears with this program, mostly because of 2 things, the logistics, and I'm not a runner. I'm really afraid I'm not going to like it. I'm going to hate every minute of it and whatever. But I've never not done a launch unless I was literally birthing a baby in the middle of a launch. And I pride myself in that because every time a launch comes, it's an opportunity for you to move your business forward. And you have to look at it like that as a business owner. So I completely understand. I'm not calling anybody out. Obviously, I would not judge anybody if you're like, it legitimately does not work for me. I'm not doing it. Okay. But if you can take some time to figure out if it would work, I want to encourage you to try. We also discussed, should we wait for the customer launch? Should we do it right away? And again, it comes back to, as a business owner, we need to capitalize on that coach window. to try to encourage people to sign up with us on our team and invest not only in a one-time program as a customer, but hopefully more of a long-term solution, even if that doesn't mean necessarily the business, but staying on board longer. And so, yes, we decided to start 1 week after it actually launches to give us some time to really get people on board and not just counting on that one day launch day and go. And so the whole point of today is to encourage you guys to really take a hard look at that. And if you decide to turn away and do something else, that is fine. Hear me? That is okay. But what is your plan going to be? Because the other thing that happens during a launch when coaches decide they don't want to do it, and I don't want this to happen with any of you, is that then you're kind of floundering and you're not following a program and you're not following a calendar, and then what? And that's not good, especially not right now in this climate that we are all living in. So if you have concerns, if you have questions, if you have like, hey, I just need to like brainstorm this with somebody, then that's what we're here for. So let us know. Ask Danny. Sorry, you're welcome, Danny. Because she figured it out with her daughter and also not wanting to do this program, and it served her while doing it. So that is my 2 cents on 30-day breakaway and doing a launch.
I have a question for you, Danny. How many days are you running with because I know you don't run every day, right?
No.
So on average, is it always different, or is there like 4 days a week you run, or?
Okay, so actually, Andy, I have a question on top of her question. Do you know if they've released the calendar yet? Because there was a real they haven't. Do you don't think?
I don't.
Because somebody else who's on another, like a girl I work with, she does Beachbody, and she thought that they did, and I told her I wasn't sure. And she's been in a test group. She knows the rules and stuff. She was just wondering if I knew that. But I mean, I do have it. I can at least tell you guys that it's not. Hold on, I have it because I was just talking to her about it.
I mean, it will be on sale on Monday. I can look online too if it's on the.
Well, I don't care. I have it. But so the way it works is, one really cool thing I liked about it was almost every Sunday is off day. Like nothing, like no workout, no run. So a lot of people have been working on that, like having that as like a rest day, like in their life and business and stuff. But so the beginning of it, there were 2 or 3 prep runs, and they're really easy, and it's just kind of to get you used to her. And then week 1, there is 4 strength days, 3 runs. The one that doesn't have the run with it has a rest rollout day with the foam roller. So there's like a workout with that. And there's an extra day off there. And then week 2 has 4 strength days, 3 runs, and 1 rainy day cardio, which the rainy day cardio can always be substituted for a run. So say there's a day you just don't have somebody to watch your kids, or you just can't get out to do it, you can always add that rainy day cardio. It's really, really relatable to a lot of the cardios and Megan's or Autumn's or any of those programs. Week 3 is the more busy one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strengths, 4 runs, 2 rest day rollouts. Week 4, 4 strengths, 4 runs, and the last week there's 1 run with the 5K plus the 5K. So I mean, I don't mind sending that calendar if it makes it does help people plan. Like I don't think it's as much like to like put and post it or anything, but I think it is when I first, because they didn't give us the stuff till day 1, and that was one thing that it took me a second to figure out that schedule. So I mean, my daughter is a little bit older, so I mean, she can ride her bike while I'm doing whatever. I could take her to a park and watch her, but I do think that the biggest struggle has been people with younger, like babies.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if
Test group did take strollers. I know that's not ideal.
I'm just wondering if it's enough running that I convinced my husband that we should do it together and just wait for him to get home from work and change my workout to evenings, but I hate not working out in the morning because that's like how I first show up on social media. But I don't want to go running in the dark.
Honestly, like, I don't think that it makes as huge of a difference if you do the strength training. I mean, there are days where I've done the strength training in the evening. Like, I really just wanted to get up and run. Like, the way she wants you to do it like a certain way. But even in our lives, she said, like, it doesn't mean you have to do them one before the other. So I would just think of it as like a shorter strength training. You can fit that in wherever. I mean, you could always do the run with your husband in the evening. I mean, if you're recovering and you're still moving throughout the day, they don't have to be right next to each other if you don't want to.
Okay.
You're still doing both.
They say you should
Yeah.
back to back, but what you're saying is she was kind of like, it's not like the end of the world.
Yes.
Okay.
She'd much rather you do the specific workout that she put with the run versus making sure that you do them. Like, she doesn't want you to like swap them up because she has certain reasons for the muscles that you're doing with the run that you're doing.
Okay, got it. Okay, thanks.
Mm-hmm. Anything else?
I think that's great. I feel like it's going to take a ton of coordination, but I feel like it'll be worth it, it'll be worth it in the end, which is what is important to me.
And the other thing that I keep coming back to hype myself up is it's going to change our bodies. I don't know about you, but I feel like I definitely need some muscle confusion. It's been a lot of lifting. It's been a lot of not a ton of cardio. Even MBF was like decent cardio, but this is a whole different type of cardio, as we all know. And I think that from that standpoint, it's going to be really good for our bodies. So
I agree.
Well, one thing that and I actually like thought it, but I never said it out loud. And actually, Cece said it in one of her stories or videos or something that she had done. But one thing that she does do, if you did the test, did everybody do the test sample or the sample workout?
Mm-hmm.
Like the way that she talks to you, because I was really worried about the no music thing. Like, I've always been a music, if I have to have it synchronized or I have to change often to like keep myself going to run. But even her just talking to you, like reminding you to like raise your shoulders, because I've always hunched over, like everything I've always done, and like just reminding you like how to like form your body and be more mindful of those things, like just like tilt your hips or suck in your abs, like those things you don't think about. You just think you're just running and running and running, but like the way she makes you think about it makes you so much stronger. This second time around, like I can't tell you the difference in how much better I feel while I'm running versus the first time. So she does also suggest like not to just do this once, that it does help to do it a couple times a year for that muscle confusion. But I've definitely, my body I like don't even recognize my legs right now. Like I never thought my legs would look the way that they do. It's crazy. So
I'm pumped. Bring on the change.
Yeah, I've always been thicker legged, even if they're muscular, like strong or whatever. Like they're just really slimming out, and I'm loving it.
Woo!
Ready for short weather again.
You got a ways.
I know. I'll just come to California and I'll give her shorts.
There you go. Come on down. That being said, if all else fails and you absolutely cannot do the running for whatever you're anti, my suggestion would be make sure that you're still talking about it, because there are followers that will want to do this program. And if you're not the coach talking about it, they will find the coach that is. And even that with your clients, like you can still, even if it's 100%, it just doesn't work. You have a million, you have an injury or you have something, always before you are protecting what everybody wants to see. Because I will tell you how many times, I can't remember what program it was, Country Heat, I feel like might be, and I was like, oh, I don't know about Country Heat, but people want to do Country Heat. So you have to at least show up and you have to give people the options. And if you're like, well, I don't know where to put, you can, put them into your ongoing group or whatever. But here's the other thing. If you have nothing, because now you won't have anything exciting to really talk about. If you yourself, because we all know that when we're excited, it comes out in everything, right? Like, I can't wait to start running. I can't wait. It just starts coming out of you. And so if you don't have anything to be excited about, my suggestion would be to find something. You have 7 weeks from basically the end of this week, Sunday, till if we're all trying to operate by being done by November 30th, you have 7 weeks. So you could do like 4, I think you're shy 1 week, but you could, get people excited. They don't have to know that that's not the newest program coming out. You can get them pumped to be excited about it. And I think that that's what's rad is you get to dictate, but the more you're excited about something, the more they will be excited about it to do it with you. So if you're going to, you could do 2 more, you could do MBF and MBFA, you could do the fixes, you could do, what else? 10 rounds? Wasn't 10 rounds 6 weeks? 6 weeks. You could do bar.
And remember, there's a few like 1-weekers in there too. She mentioned 7 weeks. So pick a 6-week program and then do a week of hard labor, or that's actually at least favorite one, but a little obsessed, or, the clean week. There's a lot of 1-week suggestions out there, but definitely be in a program and be hyping up that program to your followers.
Totally. Any questions about any of that?
Will you guys be running the 30-day breakaway group solely for people doing that program, and then your multi-program people will be somewhere else?
Yes. We have a group that we just opened this week that will be 100 days basically through January. So anybody not doing 30-day breakaway will go there. We're going to continue to add people to that group.
I'm toying with the idea of putting people together so that the people who are too scared to try it can see us checking in every day and maybe be motivated to do it, but I haven't fully decided yet.
The idea, if you have just a handful of people doing 30-day breakaway, it doesn't mean you have to have an entire group for them. I think it would be cool for them to be checking in your ongoing group.
That's what I was going to say, because I was the only one doing that within our group, but I tried to still show up on the sweaty selfies and just like literally just say like how my run went, like something I did that helped me or something like that, just because I do think that it's gotten a lot of my people to be like, ask me more questions, or, CC or Anna's people to ask me more questions. So that is actually really helpful. It sparked curiosity a lot.
The only thing that I would suggest is I bet there's going to be a lot of great content for the 30-day breakaway that comes from the challenge group. Do you know what I mean? Like, I bet there's a lot of things that we don't really cover on the day-to-day, like, I can't think of anything specific there right now, but I'm sure like, stretching these muscles and, try eating this right before or stuff like that. At least that's what I'm hoping is in the challenge guide and how to like combat some of that stuff. So that would be my only other thing is if you do end up just putting them all together.
Yeah.
About how you want to,
I'll have to look at it, I guess, first.
Yeah, I know. Agreed. Me too. Any other comments, questions, concerns?
Is everyone in here planning on doing the run program?
I am.
I am reluctantly happy about it.
I will come to your house for 3 more weeks.
Okay, I heard you say it. You guys heard her. We're gonna run to Andy's house. It's only a 10-minute drive.
Oh wait, I have a circus of children.
I'm gonna have my Saturday group do it with me, even if it's not the day. Like every Saturday, we're just gonna do during that time frame. We're gonna do the running program.
Oh, I like that.
Cool to do with a group of people.
That would be great.
I'm actually going to put an entire ad on Nextdoor app tomorrow. I've never done that before, but why not? What do I have to lose, you know? Friends? Been there, done that. It's just a thing of 2020. They're like,
So what are you gonna?
advertising on Nextdoor. I'll be like, well, you know, times are tough. What would you like me to do?
What's this ad gonna say?
What's that?
I said, so what's this ad gonna say?
Say like, hey, if you're in the Fletcher Hills area, I'm starting a lifting running group. We'll do the workouts in my garage at this time every day, and then we'll do the runs together.
That's really cool.
You know,
I like it.
and they don't have to necessarily buy a challenge pack. That will be the goal. But even if they just want to come and run and like work out, I'm okay with that. I feel like it could be some good,
Absolutely.
you know, some good bond breaking. Our neighborhood's a little rough, so I'm not sure how well that will go over. There's, you know, I can't say we'll be socially distancing in my garage, but you know, we'll do our best.
We quit doing that here in Florida, you know.
I'm packing my bags tomorrow, Sarah.
Hey, you always have a place with me, girl.
I did see that in Florida.
It's nice, and the weather's perfect right now. I did the test group for the running program. I did part of it, to be honest. With my schedule and everything going on, and with the extreme humidity here, I was about to die.
Yeah.
So I said, this one's not for me at this moment. I said, if it had started in January, for me where I'm at, it would have been better. But even when it was really, really bad, because I'm not a runner, I always say, if you see me running, you should probably be running too. But it's a really good program. It is. When you finish that run, you feel exhilarated. Like, she really helps you get through all of it, and it's a great program.
I'm excited.
I will attempt it again at some point.
When it's not so warm.
Yeah, and humid. It's even, besides the heat, it's just, you can't breathe with the humidity.
Anybody else? I'm like, what if I run too far away and then I have to run further home?
She'll actually tell you if you're going part of the way and coming back, now's the time to turn around and go back.
I will say that on the test run, I ran too far and I had to walk a long way back. But it was fine. It was kind of nice.
Yeah. You're like, oops.
Nowhere that I went was any further than half a mile, so I was always back and forth. So
that's good. Yeah.
Hey, Kim, so people that live in the same area, are you guys thinking of putting like a 5K gathering together?
Ooh, that'd be
for those.
We could do that. Yeah. And
like probably Mission Bay or something where there's no hills.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, that could be really fun.
I'll do it with you. We're starting on the same day, our group.
Same day?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, I think that would be really cool.
And we can use that. Like, hey, we're going to run a 5K together.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Andy, you're going to miss it.
You guys just going to remind me every time you get together. Tag me in my absence. Rub it in.
At least for a couple months.
You guys need like a cardboard, like a picture of Andy, and just carry her with you while you run.
Fathead. Aren't those called fatheads?
Like on a stick.
Oh my. Maybe I should do the next door thing. Just, right when I get there, just be like, don't you want to buy something? I'm the new neighbor. Just kidding. I gotta play it cool.
Good luck to you. Good luck to you. I don't know how well that will go. All right.
Kindness first, and then be like, want to join challenge group? You know you do.
If they all see you just doing the running program, and you're just running and you're running and you're running and I have so many people, and I know I look like a goofball out there running, like barely making it, but I still have people like stopping, like people standing on the side, they're like, and then that's totally embarrassing. Like, I'm like, oh my God. But people actually stop and talk to you. I had a guy ask me why I was running. He didn't see anybody chasing me. So it may be a good way to interact with people.
My favorite's passing the old people who are walking because, they have nothing else to do. And they're just like so happy to see someone else out there.
Like, why are you in such a hurry? Oh, goodness.
Well, anything else from anyone else before we call it a day?
Are we doing, I know you used to do this more, Kim, is people that are interested in coaching to join what a team call is. Did you do that on a Tuesday, like once a month?
Where we do this as a team, like as
Yeah, kind of like, hey, this is what, if you're interested in coaching,
so kind of like
you're more than welcome to join us on this, open invite of kind of what we do on Tuesday night and what we talk about. Are we able to bring, because I have somebody that's really interested in it, and I think it would just kind of be kind of cool for us. I said, you don't have to say anything. You could probably maybe just jump in and just listen to what we talk about.
I don't think it hurts. I mean, it's up to you, really. You're the one who would have that conversation with her and kind of walk her through it. So I don't think it hurts to bring someone in and let them see. But I also think this is kind of where like a sneak peek into coaching with a couple other coaches would be really helpful. Okay. And we're going to go to that in the Rise Up group because we're going to do a little sneak peek within it. So that would be something you could invite to, and then you would talk about like, hey, on Tuesdays we do this, and
Okay, yeah, that sounds better.
Yeah.
I did just think of something that I wanted to share before the whole 30-day starts. One thing that we did learn in the test group is that it's don't share, if you map your run or if you track your run, don't post the map on your social media, because there were some coaches getting some creepy messages just from people who have no life. I just thought about that just to make sure we shared that with our team. There's a way to block out like the actual map and it'll just show the line or whatever, but just don't show like streets. I wouldn't show like your address, things like that, because there were quite a few people that spoke up and said that they got weird messages. So people are creepy.
Yes. I mean, never post for you. I'm always like super weird about like making sure your license plate's not in there, your address, your street.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought about that though. So I'm glad. I just wanted to make sure everybody was safe.
That's really good. I feel like I used to do that, like basically put my exact run on Facebook, but that was back when Facebook wasn't so large and in charge, and you know.
Love your hat, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
That's
We
cute.
got some tank tops too.
I love it. You gotta like shoot me a message when you're like ordering that stuff. I love it. We order all kinds of awesome, like unique stuff.
Yeah, I like this one. It's good. It's good. All right, gals. Anything else from anybody else? No? Well then, adios. Have a great night.
Night, girls.
Have a good night.
Good night, ladies. Bye.
Bye.